Is Yooka-Laylee worth buying on the Nintendo Switch? Let's debate that.
Media Glitch!
Howdy there, Glitchers. It's Megan, and we are here at Media Glitch. We're joining here with...
Hey, Joel Vallie. Good to see you. Kids, look, you're looking good. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
What's up?
thanks for coming back.
Is Yooka-Laylee worth buying on the Nintendo Switch?
Well, I mean, we should definitely look at that. I mean, I played it on the PlayStation.
Okay,
You played it on the Switch.
Here's the thing. This is what we're gonna do. Okay? Because can I spoil it a little bit or no?
Go on ahead.
Okay. She doesn't. You're pretty mad at
Yes.
this Yooka-Laylee. And so she is going to kind of give a little review of her experience on the PS4. And then I'll tell you my experience on the Switch.
Yeah, because, I mean, we got it sent to us for the Nintendo Switch.
Yes. I have a Nintendo Switch copy. You have a PS4 copy.
So I got that's what we're here to discuss and see.
So take it away, Smurf Hair. Let's get this going.
All right.
Okay.
So to start off, I felt like it had a non-epic story. So you start off and you
Wrong. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Don't confuse them. So you start off and it turns out that this crazy bee guy by the name of Capital B is sucking up all the books in the world to find one specific book. And you have Capital B over here on the left, and then you have Dr. Quackers on the right. And there's a lot of discussion about their massive evil plan and to take over the world. And, you know, they're sucking all these books into their little library. And then it cuts over here to Yooka-Laylee. Yuka and Laylee. And they're just, you know, chilling out, nothing.
Catching some rays.
The
Little bat nipples hanging out.
Bats are always out during the day. And as you can see, there's some kind of mystical book over there. And apparently that book has been used as a coaster, and they were planning on selling it because it looked golden, and all of a sudden the book gets sucked off into the Capital B's library, and that's the whole premise. They're trying to get back this book that they didn't really...
Pages of the book. Let's be specific.
Pages of the book. You go around the world coming
That dude's
across
awesome.
coming across some pretty interesting
Think
characters.
about the concept of that.
Oh yeah,
A snake in some pants.
a trouser snake. I mean, his name is Trouser.
He's awesome.
So I mean, the characters were pretty witty. I really did like kind of what they were going with that. But as you're going through the world, you're collecting these pages of the book.
Did you say pages?
That's what they're called. They're
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
It's called pages.
Yeah, you're right.
And man, did you even play this game?
Nope.
And
Kidding.
as you're collecting them, you get to go into these worlds where you use the pages to expand the worlds, to open them up. A lot like Banjo-Kazooie and...
Which is this is a spiritual successor, if you don't know.
Yeah, this is like the sequel, not sequel.
Banjo-Kazooie, made by Rare for the N64.
Yes. So, those
Those were the
some
days.
good
You like that game, huh, Miranda?
But, so you're collecting all of this stuff, and you're going through the game to get all the pages back to save this book that you didn't really care about. So I didn't really feel like the story was, like, super, like, it didn't even feel kind of, like, why did they care? Why was I doing this in the first place? So what did you think?
Yeah, okay, I get it. The story's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you going to touch... Is this your first clip? You're going to go into your next clip?
Yeah.
But, like, I thought... If you want to talk about story, you want to talk about dialogue, you want to talk about, like... I thought it was very well written. I thought it was very witty. I thought all... The massive amount of puns and stuff...
Oh, yeah.
Were always hitting...
Definitely.
Right chords for me. I thought it was really good. I thought it was well written. You know, maybe like the base story is kind of like, okay, you guys steal some books, you gotta go get the book back. I get it. But I had a good time with that writing there. kids.
Yeah, the characters I thought were really, really well written. It definitely hit on that nostalgia feel. Like, as you walked up to the characters, they had that Banjo-Kazooie noise.
That's a crap I hate. Now, let me stop. Since we're going there, I'm going to go there right now.
Let's go there.
First of all, okay, let me just tell you this. I played Banjo-Kazooie the day it came out. I played all the way through it. And I know there's a lot of fans out there that are going to get mad at me, but I hated it back then, too. I hate that stupid voice that they use. That
It's like Charlie Brown.
I can't
Peanuts.
stand it. It's the dumbest thing. And you know what? I don't even like Banjo-Kazooie. I'm just going to say it. I'm not a fan of the game. I played through it. It was a chore back in the day. And so here's the cool thing, kids. You can turn that off in the options.
Oh, yeah, you can turn that off.
Yep.
You don't turn that off.
Oh, I will. I know people. I know you guys are gonna get mad. I know you're gonna. I already was prepared for this. And guess what? I don't care because I'm positive I am not the only one that was annoying to back when you were a kid.
Well, and
But let me just say, because on the N64 you couldn't store so much sound and music. It was a lot less.
yeah.
Dude, here it's over the top. I remember when I started playing this game, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna play this game. And
And you can't skip it.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, options, boom, turned it off. Life is good. Life is good. Let's carry on. What's next?
All right, we'll just skip because we don't want to trigger them anymore.
But yeah, okay. I don't know if that was an option, but on the Nintendo Switch, it is an option.
I did not see an option for that on PlayStation 4. Pretty much for me, like, I really did like the dialogue. Like, not the sound, but I really did like the dialogue. It just felt, there was so much of it, and you had to hear so much of that noise that eventually it got to the point to where the moment that the dialogue box came up, I just skip. Unless obviously you couldn't.
Too bad you couldn't find the options menu.
Whatever.
That probably would have been awesome.
The thing that really killed it for me, and I'm pretty sure you didn't have to experience this, on the PlayStation 4, the load times are painful. So, the load times...
So are your assets. I'm just kidding.
So,
We're
the load
waiting
times...
for your asset to load right now.
Yeah, we are. I mean, this is the asset. It's just the loading screen of a whole 54 seconds. Every time that I went from one place to another, there was a load screen this long. It crashed my PlayStation 4 4 times before I was like, I can't do this anymore, because it would get stuck. It's actually stuck, and this is where my PlayStation crashed. So the load times were ridiculously painful. Even when within the books, the tomes, or the worlds, anytime you went from one area to the other, you had a load time. Anytime that there was like a large portion of dialogue that, you had to get teleported to another part of the map, there was this load time. And it broke the game for me so much, because like you would be doing something and then you got hit with this load time, and you could go get a soda, you could go get some popcorn, maybe like let the dog out.
Who let the dog out?
Yeah, I did.
So let me just say something. The load times, there's no load times on the Switch except for when you load up your first world.
Yeah.
To go in. That's it. And it is long. It's still, I think, like a good 40 seconds.
Well, I mean, because it's on a cartridge.
Yeah, but they did a great job optimizing this game to fit on a cartridge. Are you going to touch on graphics?
Yeah, we're gonna talk on graphics in just a
So, like,
second.
I can say for the Switch version, the only time it loads is when you're loading up the world for the first time. And then I didn't experience anything after that. So.
And it's funny because when you're watching the load times, they have like little like tips and tricks and things like that, like they do on a lot of other games. And if you sit there long enough, which on the PlayStation 4 you will, it'll say this load screen would have already been loaded if this was on a cartridge.
Really?
It'll actually say that.
Oh wow. I never seen that. So they must be right.
So they must be right. But let's take a look at gameplay wise. So gameplay, for me, it was really good. I really did like the feel of Banjo-Kazooie. It definitely had that, you had your flight, you had your Kazooie clone, Laylee, on you that you could do some attacks with her and or him. I couldn't really figure out what it was.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It's 2017.
Yeah, it's 2000.
It's
2018.
It doesn't.
But one thing that really killed it for me, because this is not just a run in, beat 'em up, bash all the enemies kind of game. This is a puzzle / platformer. What killed it for me was the camera angles. So you can choose between auto and manual. For me, I was constantly switching back and forth between the camera options. You'd have to load the menu and get back in here. Like right now, it is on auto, so it would get stuck on everything when I would turn around. The camera, when it turned properly, it just was kind of all over the place. So it made it very difficult to do platforming when you're trying to jump on that platform and the camera is off looking at a butterfly. So the camera really killed it for me. Now, with moves, you collect quills and you go talk to Trouser, and he sells you moves that are kind of meant for bosses. Some of the moves I felt like they were really cool. Like you could swallow these seeds and you could shoot them. You could do like a double jump bash. You would have the ability to use Laylee as an echolocation. But it kind of felt like once you got all of the moves, you just became too overpowered. Like the puzzles didn't really matter anymore, especially when you get the flight ability.
See, I disagree.
Oh.
I disagree there. Here's the thing. I felt like the moves are awesome. They're not just for bosses. They're to get other pages in the world. You know what I mean? And I thought they were all very useful. The ones that aren't that useful are when you morph.
Yeah.
Those moves are usually just to get one page and one page only.
And even then, you have to find the molecule.
Right. And
in the
then
world.
Go to the doctor or whatever, the scientist. But it's like, but those are okay. But it's just for one page. But the actual moves that you get from old Snakey in the pants, those are very awesome. And that's one of the aspects I love the most, is finding those quills to unlock more things. Because once you unlock it and you realize, oh, now that's how I get over there on that part. That's how I do that with this. Okay, cool. So, I don't know. I disagree. I think it was awesome. And for our camera, the Switch is fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well,
the camera's great now.
Yeah.
On the Switch. I don't know what it was like on the PS4.
PS4,
Switch,
it was
great. You're gonna love it.
It was definitely a pain, especially considering to switch from auto to manual. Had to go into the options, go further into the options, and then find the camera, click on the camera, and then go out of the options. Like, there's at least 3 menus you had to go through, and you had to, whenever you came up to a puzzle, you had to switch over to manual, because there was no way for you to jump with the camera switching around you, going crazy.
Not on the Switch, kids.
Yeah, apparently the Switch version is way better.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
There is now, since this is a puzzle game, and I personally did not like a lot of the puzzles in the game, because on a lot of, like, Banjo-Kazooie,
it's tough. You got to use your brain.
You don't have to use your brain.
That was wrong.
That was
wrong. Kid.
But like in a lot of those other games, when you find like, oh hey, this looks like it could be a platform or this could be a puzzle, and you go through it, you're rewarded with a star, a moon, a puzzle piece. This puzzle was just It was in the first world. I was like, oh, hey, there's a trail here. It's going up a temple. And I was like, yes, I'm going to get a page because I haven't found a page in a while. And then had camera issues, had all kinds of just problems getting up there. And we're going to speed through it because it took me about 45 minutes to get up there.
45 minutes?
Yeah, I kept falling off. And
maybe these just ain't your type of games.
Maybe these aren't my type of games.
And your asset's locked.
And my asset's locked. But then eventually, I get to the top, and I was like, yes, I finally got here. There's nothing up there.
Right.
There was nothing. And then I expanded the world. There was still nothing up there. So it was just like, went through all this fire and all these ramps, and you got absolutely nothing out of the deal.
Or you didn't find what you're supposed to be looking for. I'm just saying. So as far as like controls, right now our system is locked up. I don't know if we can cut back to us, but what I will say is, I like. Here is a game that uses every space of reality that it has to. Like, they did such a good job. When you're doing, like, I'm like, man, I wonder what's up there. And somehow, some way, I would find a way to, like, get up there. And it would, like, in a normal game, you wouldn't even be able to jump and do all these things. But here, you can do all that. And you can get to these hard-to-reach places. And you feel like you're kind of like cheating the game, but you're not. That's how it's designed, you know? I had a great time exploring all the worlds. And once you get enough pages and you open up more worlds or expand the world that you're at already and you get more pages, man, the game is so big and it just opens up, and like the level design was amazing, except for the cart stuff. I don't like the cart stuff. I'm not a big fan of those.
Oh, the cart game?
No, it's like there's a full level boss where you're in a cart, so it's like that was a little tough. I mean, if you want to, I like all the puzzles because you had mentioned the puzzles, except for that stupid quiz game.
Yeah, that quiz game was horrible.
Has to go. Like, I just did not like that quiz game. Like, I don't want to sit there and have to memorize every single detail of this game. Like, they're asking me questions. I don't know what color the freaking rock was that I turned over, 3 hours ago.
Or memorize all that dialogue of wah, 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 wah.
It was crazy. That was a complaint I have. But man, it runs beautiful on the Switch. And this segment's going long. Do you have another?
Nope.
Okay.
So I would definitely suggest, from what Joel says, buy Yooka-Laylee on the Switch. Don't even bother with it on any other.
Well, let's ask you guys.
Yeah, what do you guys
Do you own it on the PS4? Is it as crazy and buggy as she says? Or she just doesn't know how to game?
What the heck, Joel?
I know, just. Oh, I mean, have you played on the Switch? Like, I say, what does it retail at? Dylan, 40?
40 bucks.
40
bucks. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I will say that you do see, when it's on the screen, it looks really amazing when you're playing at Portal. When you put it on your TV, you do see a difference from your PS4 footage to what you'll see on the Switch. They did have to compromise.
Yes.
Some things. But man, the game is, I don't know what, I hate Banjo-Kazooie, and I love this game.
I mean,
So,
there was some good points, but the bad points were just too much for me.
well, let us know what you guys think about Banjo and Laylee.
Yooka-Laylee. Well, and be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you can become part of our notification squad, and then head over to twitch.tv/MediaGlitch where you can watch us play all of these games that we talk about on here. Well, until next time, you guys, play some video games. Bye.
Bye-bye.